It's me again, Talia with the Sassy Nation, and welcome back to Design Your Decade, your source for all the tips and tricks that you need to know so that you can step into the next level version of you in 2020 and the decade beyond. So tonight we are going to be talking about the science behind how to keep your New Year's resolution. So if you want to learn more about that, keep watching. And I also want to remind you that if you have any questions about any of the information that we are learning during this series, please do not hesitate to step into my DMs, slide into the DMs, or click the link in my bio or in the comments below and schedule your one-on-one session with me. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So when you have an identity level shift, it basically becomes a lot easier for you to sustain changes that you want to make in the new year, because it becomes a lot easier to say yes or to say no to things that do or do not align with the next level version of you, okay? And you already learned that the 6 levels of the mind, the most impactful and most enduring change comes from the top levels, which include changes at the identity level and also changes to your values and your belief system. So tonight we're going to take it a step further and we're going to dig into how you perceive your values criteria and what happens when a values criteria goes unmet in your life. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Starting with, let's say that you are in a relationship and you and your partner both have the values that you hold about veganism, for example. And so you both are like really into fruit and vegetables, right? Okay, and let's say that one day you and your partner, you're hanging out, you're kicking it, and they ask you to go into the kitchen and bring me some fruit. And you go into the kitchen and you bring them back a couple of oranges. And they look at you like, what is this? I asked you to bring me some fruit. And you're like, these are oranges and they are fruit. And your partner is like, but I wanted apples. Okay. The same thing means the same values, right? Now, here's another example. You and your partner have both decided that you share the value of having trust in a relationship, for example. And the way that your partner feels trust in the relationship is to be very autonomous, to be their own person, to kind of be very independent, come and go as they please, yada, yada, yada. And let's say you, on the other hand, this is so hilarious because this is an actual real life example. And I'm not saying this to tease anyone, so please don't get offended. But there are some people who have the belief and hold the value that in order to have trust in a relationship, they need to keep tabs on you. And I heard that the young people are really into, like, when they're dating somebody, that they, in order to feel like they trust that person, they need that person to turn on their location notifications tracker, whatever that is. I don't even know, because I don't really use that feature on my phone like that. But you can see how two people who say that they have trust as a common value, but they express it differently. You have one person who expresses or exercises trust in a relationship by being very free and independent. And then you have another person who needs to express or experience trust in the relationship by being very connected, let's say. And so you can see how two people who have the same values can have a very severe conflict because of the way that those values get expressed in the criteria of how they experience or need to experience those values. Okay, so last example. Let's say that you have a business and you need a virtual assistant. And you say, okay, it's very important to me. One of the core values of this company is that we really are engaged with our customers. And so I need somebody who is good on social media, who can respond to clients like right away. And the person that you bring in for an interview is like, yeah, so I'm good with social media on MySpace, for example. Okay, so let's even take it a step further and say that the person that you want to hire needs to be good with computers, for example, and you're in an interview and they say, well, actually, I have the skill of working on the word processor, not even a computer. Like I don't own a computer, so but I can type real good on a word processor. Would you hire that person? No, absolutely not, because they are not in alignment with your values. And you would do good to practice that same sort of discernment when it comes to your goals that you have set for yourself. The science of keeping your New Year's resolutions happens at an identity level. When you commit to doing the identity shift work, such as the work that we do in the Breakthrough Day experience, which is a 2-day retreat happening in San Francisco. You can message me and get more information about that. But when you do the shift work at an identity level, all the other levels underneath it, from your values and your beliefs to your behaviors to changes in your environment, all of those things support the work that you've done at the identity level, and that change just has a trickle down effect and just becomes that much easier for you to say yes or for you to say no to things that are not in alignment with you at an identity level and that are not in alignment with the purpose that you have set for yourself. And you have the identity to be able to go after and allow your subconscious mind to help you pursue that purpose and hit that target just like a heat-seeking missile. Okay, so that's our discussion for tonight. I just wanted to hop on and give you this little tidbit because it was something that was like really pressure shifting. So that's it. That's all the time we have this evening. If you have any questions, you can click the link in my bio or you can click the link in the comments below. And yeah, hit me up and I will see you all on the next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.